If you want to support the predator poachers catching the sickest both near and far, go to the pinned comment. If you're on Rumble, press the red join button to see over 30 videos early and uncensored for only $8 a month. We can't do this without your help, so join our locals.
This channel is a group of investigative journalists who make educational documentaries showcasing and educating society, especially parents and legal guardians, about potential scenarios that result from young people and adults conversating online if left unchecked. We conduct thorough interviews with consenting adults in an attempt to understand their perspective on why they partake in these conversations online with people that are not of age. The goal of the interviews in these videos and the videos themselves is to gain an understanding of the perspective of the individual being interviewed, so parents and the rest of society can be educated and aware of potential thought processes and desires of adults online to unsupervised persons not of age. These videos are not to cyberbully, harass, degrade, accuse, or threaten any individuals partaking in the interview process or in the video itself. We do not condone any of these actions. These videos are strictly educational, and we grant full permission for academia, which is any classroom setting, or in scholarly papers to show or cite our videos. To ensure that these videos are strictly used for educational purposes, we strictly adhere to YouTube's community guidelines, such as not revealing someone's personally identifiable information, in other words, PII. YouTube defines personally identifiable information as their home address, email addresses, signing credentials, phone numbers, passport number, medical records, or bank account information. We thoroughly look at and edit our videos to ensure that none of this information about any individual is shown in our videos. To ensure extra privacy for each person that is a subject of an interview in any of our videos, as of September 1st, 2022, to thoroughly comply with YouTube's harassment and bullying policy, there will be no mention or information about the last name or first name of any person interviewed in our videos. Due to potentially illegal activities discussed in our videos, law enforcement in the respective jurisdiction we conduct these interviews in is notified of each interview and video filmed by us. We are not accusing any individual interviewed of being guilty or committing a crime. That is the job of law enforcement. We are not vigilantes, and we do not condone vigilantism or vigilante behavior, such as taking the law into your own hand or not notifying law enforcement when a suspected crime takes place. We are investigative journalists. Trigger warning. Some of what can be discussed in these videos can be sensitive to some, emotional, or stressful. The only goal of these videos is to educate the public. At the end of each video, as of September 1st, 2022, there will be an educational portion at the end to discuss what was talked about in the video and to discuss what people can take from that video and learn from and tell others about. Our goal here is to bring awareness and educate the public. Now the video will start.
It's like, you know, you take Kavsky videos like that like Western music, like, just walking in, that bitch.
Sitting back
In there.
How you doing? See you later.
So, hey, Kenneth. How's it going, man?
Hi.
Gordon, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Hey, got to talk about Emmy.
Huh?
Emmy from Whisper. We just want to go outside and talk about it. He's going to be a little bit, guys. No worries. Any on you?
No.
Okay. Everything is being recorded for your safety and mine, because, you know, we're in a bar in Alabama. There could be. Sorry about the package thing, but, you know, I didn't go to Moody's and talk to your girlfriend about it. I just came to you, okay? I know you're a good dude, okay? That's why I'm just here to talk to you about it, all right? Sound good? My name's Gordon. I am sorry to meet you like this.
Okay.
Do you kind of have an idea, like, what I'm here to talk to you about?
No.
Okay. Well, first and foremost, like, how old are you?
I'm over 21.
Okay. He's 19?
Yeah.
Well, I look older for my age, and then my age too. Okay. Got it. Well, you know, I'm sorry to interrupt your night like this, dude, but obviously this is something we got to get through, okay? And I don't think, like I said, I don't think you're a bad guy, but this is kind of important stuff. And I didn't go to Mandy, I didn't go to Gary or anybody, okay? I just came to you, all right? I'm not telling them. I'm not in the business of, like, telling anybody. You know, you're a grown dude, I'm a grown dude. We can just sort it out here, okay? Is that cool?
Continue.
Okay. So it's about Emmy from Whisper, and who's kind of messaging you back and forth from the Bronx, okay? Just kind of want to figure out what happened, why it happened, if it'll ever happen again, just kind of what's going on here, because, you know, I know you're a good dude. Like, looking at your stuff, I don't think you're a threat to anybody per se. I don't think you're out to get anybody. I don't think you're out to do bad things, but, you know, some shit was said, and I just kind of want to get it, like, cleared up and all that, okay?
Okay.
Bet. So is it kind of ringing a bell, like what I'm here to talk to you about?
What are you asking me?
Well, just kind of what happened, why it happened, that type of stuff. Like, what can you tell me about Emmy?
Nothing.
Okay. Does any of it ring a bell?
Not really.
Okay. Are you, like, drunk right now, or are you, like...
I'm at a bar.
Okay. Are you under the influence at all right now?
I'm at a bar.
Okay. Well, I just kind of want to go over some of this, okay? Are you familiar with the Whisper app?
Okay. Is there I'm gonna get my cigarettes.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
All right. Sounds good.
Excuse me.
Go ahead.
So, what are you discussing?
Well, I kind of want to figure out why kind of this conversation with Emmy happened and kind of clear it up because, you know, I know it takes two to tango and, you know, I'm not here to judge you about anything. Like, I understand that when you're bored online, it can be said, okay? Like, I don't think, again, you're a guy who's like well known, well, you're liked in your little community, okay? So I don't think you're bad or malicious or anything. The stuff that was said is important enough to kind of go over and kind of get addressed, okay? Just kind of stomp it out, you know what I mean?
So, tell me what you want to go over then.
The conversation with Emmy, just kind of how this, like, how did this stuff online kind of start for you?
I believe it to be false.
Okay.
And so it's just a little something stupid to talk about or whatever.
What?
That's it. I don't want anything. It's just talking.
Okay. So just kind of some conversation online.
Correct. Can I not be recorded?
Well, we're in public, and again, that's for my safety and yours. Because if you can of course turn your head. I don't care about that, but you know, this isn't about putting your face anywhere. But you know, I don't want you calling anybody saying that I threatened you or anything like that. All right. I don't think you're that type of guy, but you never know, right? And of course, I want you to be assured that I know I'm a bigger guy, but I'm not going to put hands on you, ask you for money, or anything stupid like that. Okay. Promise you on that.
Okay.
Okay. What do you do for work? Just like, you don't have to tell me where, but like, what do you do? Like,
Things.
all right, well, you work with your hands, I could tell.
Sure.
All right, well, I respect that. I respect people who actually work hard. There's not many people like that nowadays. And I'm glad that you actually do something productive rather than just, you know, sit around and smoke. Well, you smoke, but I'm glad you actually do for the community and all that, okay? And that is why I do want to get this cleared up with you because, you know, the last thing I think is that somebody who works with their hands.
Who are you working for?
It's a group called Kid Protectors USA. We just make sure that kids don't talk to adults, vice versa, okay? So
I felt that there was something going in the wrong direction, and I really thought it was some sort of fantasy kind of thing, and I actually got a little weirded out about it when things got a little seemingly over.
okay.
And so, yeah, I was feeling a little weird about it.
Okay, got a little bit carried away?
Yeah.
That's fair enough, dude. That's all it is. Because if I thought this was some type of lifelong pattern, I don't know.
No,
Okay.
it's not.
Okay.
It was kind of a little fantasy thing that I kind of got bored with.
Okay.
And then you obviously have everything, so you can see a little more distance I put because I was like, wow, this is getting. It's just getting to not be fantasy anymore.
Right.
Which is not the situation I want to be in.
And that's why another reason why I just came to talk to you because, you know, obviously with these in my hand, there's a lot of ways this could go, but you know, since I saw that you kind of actually try to distance yourself at the end, I realized that this is something that could be addressed by just a conversation, you know what I mean? But yeah, so when did this whole Whisper app thing start for you? Because I don't think Whisper is really a good thing for anybody to be on. That's my opinion.
I don't know. I don't think that really matters.
Okay, that's fine. Is Emmy I mean, how many people like Emmy have been on Whisper that have tried to talk to you?
Again, just it's been a fantasy talk about stupid thing every once in a while.
Okay. Do you think there's is there like a catalyst for this fantasy? Like something?
No.
Okay.
No, just boredom, stupid, just like anything. Just yeah. Or doing bad things.
Just shooting the
Mostly, yeah.
That's fair enough, dude. Like, trust me, I think there's definitely a difference between shooting the versus taking an ice cream truck and just, rolling around the elementary school. You know? Okay.
That's not, no.
Okay, well, I figured it was something like that. Or I figured that would not be the case. So, without me having to read all these, because I don't think, first of all, it's cold. Second of all, I hate reading. Third of all, I'm sure reading this wouldn't be the most flattering thing for you. So can we kind of cut through the chase a little bit?
Sure.
That's fair. How old did Emmy say she was? Huh?
2.
All right. Well, underage. Okay. Was she like 5, 6?
No.
Okay. How old did she say she was?
I think it was like 15 or 16. I'm not sure.
Okay. Here she said, TBH, I'm 13.
Okay.
Does that ring a bell?
No. Again, drinking. Yeah.
Okay. Got it. But you knew she was underage.
Is there... What's going on with this?
Well, I kind of want to figure out why this happened, if it'll ever happen again. Okay. But
You already freaked me to out about it. I was already freaked out about it before.
I understand.
I kind of knew I had gone too far before. So, yeah, I'm already freaked out about it.
Okay.
A lot.
Right. Well, I mean, out of all the people to talk to about this, I'm the one you want to be talking to because I definitely understand the difference between, I mean, this is literally just internet. Okay. And internet that was talking about leading to some stuff off the internet, and that's why I'm here talking to you. But since it didn't lead to anything, that's also why I'm kind of here, like, you know, we're on the border here, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, you know, I definitely don't blanket people, okay? Like, I don't think, you know, like, a lot of people would just put you in the same category as the person who drives around the elementary school with a camera, okay? And I don't put you in that category, okay? So the reason why I want to go over this is kind of like, give you a peace of mind, give me a peace of mind that, like, you know, hey, was some stuff said here a little bit overboard? Sure. I mean, you're not going to lie about that. I'm not going to lie about it. I'm not here to sugarcoat shit. But it's also, you know, we have some accountability and, you know, peace of mind for me that this may not happen again. You know what I mean?
It's not gonna.
Okay.
I'm like, I'm already freaked out.
For sure. For sure. All
right. Before you I was really freaked out.
Yeah.
So,
but
yeah, accountability, got it.
Okay. Well, for me to have peace of mind, I do kind of want to get some of this addressed. And again, I didn't go to Mandy. I didn't go to Gary. I didn't go to Moody's. I didn't go to Easy's. I came here, okay? So.
How would you know those places or people?
Well, we can find a lot through just a profile.
Fair enough.
Yeah, believe me, I'm a techno, but surface level. Okay. I mean, the conversation started off pretty cordial. You said you're from Alabama. What brings you on here?
Yes, and I gave false information because I didn't want to know where my house was. I didn't want anything to actually go down.
Right. Okay. But there was some stuff said.
There was. Silverboard was, yeah.
Okay.
But not blatantly, yeah.
Okay. How'd the talk kind of go? Like, because again, I didn't read all of these. I got like a synopsis.
A little too for what it should have been.
A little too. Okay, fair enough.
But not overly like. I mean, okay, maybe. Yeah. Let's go for it. But. Some of it was just like, yeah, you had a good day. Or we talked about we had a great day today. How was your day?
Mm-hmm.
Blah, blah, blah. And then, oh, I miss you. Oh, yeah, we do this. And,
yeah.
Be fun. And then, blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, I hope you have a good night.
Like, it wasn't just, at least from what I saw, it wasn't just objectifying over and over and over again.
No, I definitely wasn't trying to be that.
Okay. I respect the hell out of that, dude. I mean, you know, obviously it's a lot to read, and I didn't read it all, but I typed in some keywords, like I typed in, you know, I typed in all that. None of that popped up.
No.
So that's kind of made me, you know, that kind of made me just go, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
that's not me.
Okay. All right. So you got, though, in some way.
A little overly from somebody that was underage and somebody that was underage. But and things were talked about that shouldn't have been talked about, and Yeah, and then I started like, this is uncomfortable. I shouldn't really do this. It's comfortable.
Yeah.
And then slowly started talking less and less, hoping it would go away. And I didn't let it go.
Okay. What were some of the stuff talked about that you'd call? Because again, I just typed. I didn't see any of that. So before I have to just go this like this and find out myself, I mean, can we just talk about it?
Why is it that it's necessary for me to talk about it to you?
Well, because, like I said, I kind of want this addressed.
I understand that you want it addressed. Is it lawful that I need to address it with you?
Well, that'd be a dumb decision because, you know, like I said, everything's saved and I could easily just read all of it.
Right.
And, you know, I just kind of want to talking man to man. That's not something that happens too much in 2024, but something that I believe in. You know, I have some new school values, I have some old school values, and one of my old school values is just getting addressed man to man. Like, I don't think any extracurricular needs to be brought into something that can be addressed right here. So that's my train of thought.
What needs to be addressed and why?
Well, I kind of want to know what in fact was talking about because, you know, I personally think it takes two to tango. Okay, from what I gathered from the little bit I did read, I don't think that Emmy was just saying stop, 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 and you kept on.
No, not in any.
But I'd rather. But you know, if I read this and find out that's the case, it could be a different story. So I kind of want to hear, like, how did it go? Like, was Emmy into it? Was she saying too? Like,
Yes.
okay. Oh, that is insufferable.
It was mostly flirtatious. It was mostly youthful interest, which, as an old guy, sometimes that's
that's human nature.
Brings you back a little bit.
Yeah,
things like that
for sure.
And that's mostly what it is.
Okay. Did y'all talk about like doing stuff together?
Talked about possibilities of it.
Okay. Got it. When I was skimming through this, I saw something about like Emmy being pregnant.
Yeah, she said, I don't want to be pregnant. I said, I know.
Okay. Did you say anything about getting her pregnant eventually?
I'm not going to say I didn't. I don't recall saying.
Okay. Did y'all talk about like stuff like being together, shit like that? Or were any pics sent back and forth? No. Okay. Got it. Did y'all talk about just talking about it? Possibly. Okay.
Yeah, more than likely.
More than likely. Okay.
Not necessarily things per se, like show me I'll show you mine, or things like that.
Okay.
Maybe we'd be naked, or maybe we'd be asleep or something.
Okay, so it wasn't like you saying, send me this. It was more like, we'll be together one day or something like that. Okay, that's fair. All right. And again, I'm not going to ask too much about her, but I just want to kind of get this part out of the way. Does Mandy know about any of this?
No.
Okay. So this was kind of brought up. There was a friend he kind of talked about that he showed Emmy to.
Nah, I don't recall.
Okay, well, it was mentioned to Emmy that, you know, I have a friend who's a female, and you know, I showed her your picture. She was interested.
Nah, I don't recall. That's not saying it's untrue.
Okay.
I drink a lot.
For sure.
And that could have been just something I brought up at the conversation as complete fallacy or fantasy to go along with the situation.
Okay. Well, I mean, do you have a friend that you talk to Emmy about?
No.
No? Okay. So what would be the point of kind of just saying to Emmy, like, I got a friend who's kind of...
Just go along with fantasy.
Okay. What exactly is a fantasy?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
Just, you get wrapped up in something and you go with it.
Just kind of carried away.
Yeah, get overly carried away. And then it's like buyer's remorse the next day. You're like, the f*** that? Where the f*** was I going?
Right. Is this something that, and again, like, you know, I said I have old school values and new school values. You know, my old school values are I talk man to man to people. I don't bring any extracurricular. I don't have to, like, you know, I don't do any of the screaming shit. I'm cool, right? But my new school values is, if somebody I think needs help for something, I'm willing to work with that. Is this something that you ever thought maybe I need some, and again, all confidential, is this something that you ever thought like, I need some guidance with, or I need some like little, truly, like, I mean, if it is, like, that's definitely a route we can go.
No, I just clear my head.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. You got a card or something?
Yeah, I would
call somebody, or maybe like instead of doing this again, I'll call that number and be like, "Hey, I'm thinking stupid things again." Or instead of making that, make this phone call. That's something. Sure.
Yeah. So
I don't think that. Yeah, I'm not getting an ice cream truck. I'm not really going to chase.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It's not. But yeah, carried away. Obviously, I got carried away.
Right. So, there are some messages here that I did read, in fact, that, y'all did talk about getting her pregnant, having, you want to lose it, as in your, was there a reason that kind of would be said to her?
Again, it's a fantasy. It's going overboard. And I mean, I briefly talked to people and they were like, yeah, this is like, I'm kind of role playing with you. I'm like, yeah, I get that. That's kind of a role playing situation, which is kind of what I take it for the most part.
Well, did Emmy talk about role playing?
No.
Okay.
No. But catfishing, role playing, yeah, it happens. And it's kind of my assumption is mostly what it is. Once it gets down to the nitty-gritty, it's never gonna go on. Never. It's not gonna happen.
Right. Well, something when you mention like getting the card, saying I'm having these thoughts again, again, I don't think you're somebody that needs trouble. I think you need maybe some help, maybe that card, something like that. Okay. But in order for me to actually believe that you want that help, I kind of want to know how it started before Emmy, because I mean, shot in the dark that Emmy's the first person you talk to saying that they're 13. There was a picture sent to Emmy of some young looking, you didn't show a face with it, it was just a young looking, like, who is that chick? Was she on Whisper too? Or?
I don't remember how I got the picture.
Okay. Do you think an adult sent that to you, or was that like?
Yeah, it was an adult.
Okay. But I'm saying, like, was that an adult that had like a picture of someone younger sent that to you? Okay. No. All right. So I guess the better question is, and again, because I'm not somebody who thinks that this should be trouble, but I think we both want it to stop, right? How did this stuff kind of start for you online?
I don't know, man.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, is there a timetable?
No.
Let's get to the timetable. I'm not here to judge you, dude. Truly.
What are you here to do?
Well, I'm here to actually make sure this doesn't happen again. And the way I think it's not going to happen again is we get down to the nitty-gritty, we address it, we both stomp it out together, because I'm here to work with you on this. I'm on the same team with you. If I was on team, this conversation would be happening at Halsey, or it'd be happening at Moody, or it'd be happening at Peck. It wouldn't be happening here. I'm not team. I'm team stomping this out together. Okay. So.
Well, let's just say you scared the out of me, and there's no way I'm doing it.
But you know how many times I've actually heard that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm about to have a heart attack right now. So.
All right. Did you get?
What's that?
Did you get the?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Oh, well, okay. Maybe I believe you on that, then. But yeah, well, I probably think the same about that.
The only reason I got it is because I missed my friend's funeral because I wasn't allowed to go to it because I wasn't.
Oh. So basically, you got to in order to be around it. Well, I'd call you a loser for that. But whatever. That's a whole other conversation, right?
Indeed.
But
yeah, I've folded on morals there.
Yeah.
Or ideals.
Yeah. Well, at least you're not one of those idiots who was like, well, I couldn't go on a cruise if I didn't get the vaccine. I mean, that's such a way to fold. But whatever. but yeah, I mean, you know, we're here. We're not around your friends. This is like,
Oh, you kind of are.
well, yeah, but
They're all staring at me right now.
okay, but they're not going to know what this conversation was about unless you want to tell them. But that'd be on you, and I probably wouldn't tell them if I were you, and I'm totally fine with that as long as we know, right? But
Obviously, I know I'm being watched. It's not going to happen again.
okay, but
And yeah, that's.
but
Fantasies are getting away from reality. My reality kind of sucks a lot, and it's stupid. And yeah, go back to your early teens, whatever, thinking in your head, and blah 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 blah. And yeah, once it gets real, you realize, and no,
yeah,
you don't need to.
for sure.
And overstepping boundaries sometimes it's easy to do, especially when you drink, whatever, and you're like, oh, I'll just keep going with this. And then things start getting real, and you're like, okay, it is. Besides, before you walked in the door, I knew. Okay, this get too.
When did you start thinking that?
A week ago.
Okay.
But it still played into the game a little bit.
Okay. So what's kind of my hang up here is that you are taking accountability about Emmy, but what I think the internet is, I think it's a poison well. I think these apps are a poison well, and I think anybody that's on these apps for too long, there's always, like, being on Whisper, the more seconds you're on there, when it goes tick, 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 the more that can just happen. Okay.
I agree. Because just running through Whispers and your things that people say, and it becomes normalized, and then there's more things that become normalized in your head that really shouldn't be normalized in your head.
Right.
And I thought that too, but then I go back and like, oh, I'm bored. Look at this whatever. And like, why am I doing that? Yeah, it's like buyer's remorse sometimes.
Yeah, essentially, like, you kind of flip. It's like you're a dog, and there's a piece of steak in front of you, and you're told, "Don't eat it, don't eat it, don't eat it," and you're like, "Yeah, I really shouldn't eat it." Well, it looks now I'm gonna eat it.
Right. Not that you were about to say it looks so good. No, it's not even looks so
right.
But it's trailing you along, and you're like, oh, what else? There's nothing else.
Right. So you mentioned people normalizing it. So that's what I'm trying to get at here, because I think that's what happened. I don't think I don't think Kenneth woke up one day and was like, wow, I really want to text someone Emmy's age. I don't think that happened. If it did, then tell me. Like, we'll figure that out. But
it's just right.
So that's.
Sorry, I'm chain smoking, man, but I'm stressed out right now.
Yeah. No, you're and you're still here at 48. That's a Guinness World Record. but so something about people normalizing it. So that, I don't think that comes from people Emmy's age. I think that comes from adults that are kind of talking about this stuff. Okay. So where do those?
Am I going to be on anything or not?
I have no intention of that. I told you it was being recorded from the get-go.
I know.
If it was just
it's very obviously blatant.
Yeah, yes.
Then I was getting away from you. I know it's on.
Yes, absolutely. But again, I didn't have to come here and talk to you. It was like, if I really just thought that you're some demon, I'd have this and be like, yeah, you know what? He didn't even need the conversation because
your ass is right done.
Yeah. And there are people online that truly, there are people online that truly do not deserve to have that conversation. I mean, and my theory is, and that's what I want to talk to you about, I think you've met some of those people online that, you talk about normalizing it. I think you've met some people online that have extremely normalized this type of stuff, and essentially they infected you. I think that's what happened. Unless you're the head of all this, which, I'd be surprised.
I certainly am.
Okay. So let's kind of walk it back then. When did this subject matter start to become talked about?
I'm not sure.
Okay, well, I'm not expecting you to tell me June 5th, 2013, but your best guess is what I'm expecting.
I don't really. Okay.
Ballpark me, man.
I mean, the rabbit hole that started a couple years ago.
Okay.
Like, you get on and you start talking about something, and then something else, and then something else, and then something else. And then before you know it, it's here.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, like it's something happens, and then it becomes a little more normal. To, okay, well, then I'll talk about that too. Or then I'll talk about that too. And generally, it's boredom.
Yeah.
And then like, oh, well, that's new, or that's different. Or with life, or with whatever. That's pretty good. You end up here.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we're all good, man.
Yeah, I'm good. Thanks, man.
Told you, bro. But okay, so the rabbit hole into this type of, like, this younger type of subject matter started probably a couple years ago. Okay.
And obviously not that kind of situation.
Right. But just the
and not like, hey man, show me a bunch of pictures or give me some child. It's chatting and talking about stuff. And again, when some things have happened before, people are like, I'm basically catfishing. They're like, yeah, I get it, but we're talking about some different or whatever.
Mm-hmm. May I ask what app that rabbit hole might have started for you on? Because that's something I want to know for, like, research purposes. Whisper? Okay. So, you said not a situation like this, which, I'm taking your word for it. I get it. But so that would mean it would be an adult talking about it with you. So what would that adult be talking about? Or what would these adults talk about with you?
Yeah, similar situations. Like, reliving your youth, being young again, and
Okay, got it. So you said certainly it didn't start like this, and it didn't start with like, hey, I got some pictures to send, but actually I think we'll just be honest about it. So I'm not gonna take a dump on you with this. I'm just gonna ask you. So when it comes to, because some of these messages, was mentioned. I don't think there's anything you could watch or see that would make you even mention that type of stuff. Like I don't think that you're capable of doing something like that. But there is definitely stuff that could be seen that puts in your mind like, I'll talk about getting you pregnant. I'll talk about being with you. I'll talk about being a stuff like that. And I don't think you knew what the term was until the internet came out.
No.
I mean
that's fairly recent.
Yeah, it is. But
it's fairly recent to me. I don't know how recent it is for everybody else.
Well, go to some liberal university and ask.
What's that?
Go to some liberal university and ask.
Liberal university. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you said Woodville.
Yeah. You went to Auburn? Okay. How do you feel about Bo Nix just becoming a stud 2,000 miles away, but just going 6-6 here?
Good for him.
Yeah.
It sucked he had to go away, but we made a horrible coaching choice, so such is life.
Gus Malzahn, wait, am I thinking about an old guy? I'm thinking about he's old.
Malzahn?
Yeah.
Yeah, Malzahn's who we won the national championship with.
He was there with Bo Nix, though, right?
Yeah, but Nix left when Malzahn left, and but yeah, anyway, he did a great job in Oregon.
Yeah.
Good for him. Yeah, it sucked to lose a legacy as well.
Well,
I went to college at the same time as Dad.
Really? Did you know him?
Yeah.
Okay.
I did know, I met a couple football players, but not that many.
Nice, man. Did you ever play sports at all? You're on the bigger side?
Bigger side. I walked on Auburn baseball. It lasted 2 days.
Yeah. What did you play?
I was first, third, and out. Unfortunately, in high school, I went to high school overseas, so
Okay.
We didn't have organized baseball.
Yeah.
I played summer league ball, so I didn't really get looked at.
Uh-huh.
So I tried to walk on, and Coach Barrett at the time was like, run. And I was like, can I hit? Can I do anything? He's like, no, run. He catches Bo Jackson, and he catches.
Oh, okay.
So, like this little scrawny. I used to be scrawny.
yeah. So, but I don't understand baseball. I mean, yeah, I guess if you're an outfielder, it makes sense to be running, but if you're first baseman, like some fat Prince Fielder type dude, you know? But,
oh, I wasn't.
Yeah.
My freshman year, I was 175.
Okay. Yeah, my freshman year of college, I was 275, and I had a little I had a little thing on the roster that kind of looked like a little bit like a mugshot with my double chin and like O-line. I played a year too, man. I mean, I lasted more than 2 days. I played a year of football in college.
Where?
FCS, Texas Southern. But it's actually HBCU, so I was like a marshmallow in a sea of hot chocolate. That's what I like to call it. But
well, I mean, you certainly got your school for free.
no, I was preferred to walk on. I had D2 scholarships. You know, NAIA, but when it gets to those.
And my ex got free school here at A&M that she could play.
Really?
And she plays sports.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Well, dude, it was kind of similar because my junior year, I was terrible in high school. Like, I was 220 playing center, but senior year, I bulked up a little bit at 240, and I had a stellar season. But then I was preparing for college because I was potentially going to walk on at U of H, University of Houston. But so I got up to 270 end of senior year, and then a coach from Texas Southern walks in to go scout one of like a sophomore or something, and I was working in the office at the time, so I was like, you know, he's like, damn, you play football? And I'm like, yeah, I did. I'm like, hey, let me send you my highlight tape. And he sees the highlight tape, and he invites me on to be a preferred walk-on at TSU. So worked out pretty well. I mean, whatever. But
Congratulations.
Thanks. Congrats for being a D1 athlete here.
No.
We could just go walk in with like D'Amico Ryan, Texans coach, and be like, hey, we're all D1 athletes here.
Nope. 2 days does not count.
Yeah, I know. Even though I played a year, I still played 180 times more college sports than you did.
Yeah.
But, and if I was not in there right now, but yeah, well, let's get this taken care of because you're a good dude. Let's figure this out.
I got food waiting to take home too.
Well, we got to talk about some of the cheese pizza then. Okay, so you get what I'm saying here. So you said it didn't start with, let's say, the cheese pizza, but pretty freely I just heard like, I got some this and that. And I know you have the Telegram app too, and from all accounts, that's not the most kosher of apps.
There's no Telegram.
Okay, so the logical question is, where is it happening then?
I don't have. I just told you that.
Okay, but I mean, people have offered it.
Why would I? I mean, no.
Well, so kind of my thing is that, these chats were pretty like, I'd say escalated in a way, a little bit risque. And, I just asked like how this rabbit hole started, and you said it just started with just conversations, but then it went into like, but it didn't start with like, here's some young pictures, here's some, it didn't start with like this type of stuff, but I think over the years it definitely could have escalated into that. And I know Whisper.
No, I'm not taking. I'm not taking pictures. I'm not or accepting pictures or anything like that. But, I mean, I have a friend whose ex-stepson showed him a picture of his girlfriend, and he was like, "You don't show me that." Like, I'm not getting involved with that. Obviously, I got to involved with something.
Right.
That's not. I'm not searching for it or want it. It's
right.
No.
I know that's not stuff that. I know it's not stuff that you specifically wanted or you even looked for, but when the terms, like, let me ask this: when did you start using the term when talking to people?
And I saw it on there.
On Whisper?
Yeah.
Okay. So, do you know when that was introduced to you?
Yeah. I mean, it's, like I said, it's fairly recent.
Okay. Like past 2 years type recently?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, maybe a month.
Oh, a month. Okay. So is this like a how was it introduced in the conversation? Like who was talking to you on Whisper, or who is that person representing themselves as?
I mean, some of it is just like you scroll through and you see and you look at it, and people talk about it, and then you ask, and the conversations start, and it rolls.
Okay. So you've seen other people on Whisper talking about. Okay. What have they said about it?
I don't know. Like, that's who they are, that's what they're interested in, etc.
Okay. Got it. These are these like comment threads or these like DMs? Like, how does that kind of work? Or both?
Typically, it's, yeah, comment threads.
Okay. So it's just a bunch of people just saying like.
Yeah.
Okay.
You run through that, and then maybe you hit a DM and you're like, oh, what are you talking about, or what's this or that?
Just kind of inquiring about what it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then figure that out, and then again, maybe a rabbit hole works.
For sure. So how is Telegram? Do you have like an Instagram?
Well, yeah, I do. I just don't use it very often.
Okay. Does the Instagram kind of have some of the similar conversations that this has, this Whisper chat? No. Okay. So how was Telegram introduced to you?
I should probably do that.
Probably through Whisper?
Yeah.
Okay. Who would have mentioned they had Telegram?
Yeah, people say it all the time. I mean, there's people that use Telegram for all kinds of things.
So are there people on Telegram that have talked to you?
Yeah.
No? Okay. When do you think you first got introduced to Telegram?
I don't know. I think I had it at one point, then I took it off and I put it back on again.
Okay. When would you have put it back on?
Oh, recently. But there's no on it. There's on it.
Okay.
It's adult.
Okay. Is this like a group, is it a group setting type thing?
Yeah.
Or okay.
It's just things that people just post.
Okay.
Just like if you go to or some shit like that.
Okay. Things that people post. I see. So what is that? So it's like a group chat type deal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And it's just like I said, you go to or whatever.
For sure.
It's just
okay. So it's basically like a group with. Okay, so it's like a group message type thing where people are posting.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Do you know the difference between like a group chat and a channel?
Not necessarily. No.
Okay. Well, basically, like this group that's posting. Are you like subscribed to it in a way, or are you like following the group, or are you just in the group? Like,
I don't know, man.
Okay, like did you ever press like? Okay, like is the group basically like a channel type thing where it's only one person posting, or is it multiple people posting?
I don't know. It seems to be multiple people. I'm not really looking at this.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, half the time I'm just like, whatever, boring. I'm bored. I'm looking. I don't even play half the time. I just look at it and like,
Got it. Is it posted like as pictures, videos, both, or
both?
Okay. Do they ever put like links in there too?
Yeah, generally they do, but the couple channels, I guess you're gonna call them, they're Russian, so I can't even read them.
Okay. Have you ever seen this link pop up called like Mega?
Isn't that
Make America Great Again? No, I'm just kidding.
Isn't Mega an app?
Yes.
You can get like the. I mean, like you can use it for work to like send a bunch of links and
Exactly.
for work and stuff like that.
Yeah. So have you seen like people put like mega links on my group?
Not that I recall.
Okay.
Possible.
Okay.
It's not something that I look for or stands out to me.
Yeah. I mean, do you think maybe you've seen Mega sporadically just kind of appear here and there over the years?
I'm sure, because I know what it is.
Okay, yeah. Unless you're some, unless you're some AI computer.
I am not.
Yeah. Beep, beep, I'm so smart. I take, ha, ha, ha. But, oh, God, dude. When we become lifelong friends, I'm going to make fun of that for you for the next 2 years before you. But,
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to stop saying that.
Hey, I joke about it every day.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I don't understand. Like, I made a joke about the other day, and somebody was like, well, Gordon, my grandpa, or no, he's like, my dad Yeah, exactly. I was like, my grandpa, like, or well, I said, but like,
my grandmother's going through it right now. It's horrible.
yeah,
I
but
just talked to her yesterday, and she was actually doing beep beep boop boop on the phone with me, which was made me feel.
oh, damn, I'm sorry.
She's 86.
Hey, well, I mean, she's around at 86. This is definitely props
She's sounded great.
for sure. Okay. So, have you ever heard anybody talk about on any other app besides Whisper? Or?
I don't think so.
Okay, got it. So I do want to ask Keith because, you know, there's a few times that, you know, yes, I always guess I've liked your age, but having a relationship isn't just. And another message, you verbatim, you know, referred to yourself as a, whether you meant that or not, whatever, it's normalized.
Part of the conversation of talking to somebody like that, and so to be involved in conversation, you always do something, say something to make somebody else like you.
Yeah, of course. Maybe you're just telling me
be included in the conversation.
No, absolutely. So, yeah, telling my girlfriend, yeah, Division I football player. So would you? Oh, I'm getting a phone call right now. But okay. So, Keith, I'm just going to be very reasonable with you here. Okay. You know, I said Guinness Book of World Records. You're still here at 48. But another Guinness Book of World Records would be, you hear about on Whisper, you get Telegram mentioned to you from Whisper, from said, you're in a group on Telegram posting, you know what mega links are, and it's a bunch of people in a group chat. You'd also be the first person to never see anybody post pictures of young people, and that's obviously just not the case, because of course they're doing that. Well, now what I'm kind of gonna ask you is, I think I know the answer to this, but obviously bridges need to be crossed for reassurance purposes, right? Are any pictures in those Telegram groups, do they belong to you, as in you were behind the camera, or it's...
Absolutely.
Okay. So, in that case, I'm willing to continue this conversation with you under that. I'll just call it the truth. I'm going to take your word on that. I think you don't want to me, and I think any stuff that may have been said that might have not been the truth is, I understand, okay? But like I said, I'm not here to judge you. And here's what I care about. I said Kid Protectors USA. What I care about is finding the real kingpins of this type of stuff. You obviously have met some people online. I'm willing to overlook messages with Emmy. You know why we called her Emmy? Because Emmy Awards for an actor, okay? No, I just came up with that. I have no idea. But yeah, it would make sense. So I'm willing to overlook this, okay? Because I think me and you together can kind of go attack the root problem of this, which I don't think the root problem is Emmy saying she's 13. I think the root problem is people on Telegram and Whisper normalizing this to you. I think it's other adults that poison the well for you. I don't think it's this. I think it's the internet and those other adults. So, you know, you were about to explain what a megalink was, and then you're like, isn't it this? I'm like, yeah, it is that. Yeah, nobody's posting regular megalinks. I mean, you know, you'd have to think I'm stupid to think that. And then Telegram group chats. That's why I asked specifically the channels or groups, because when it's group chats, and you mentioned Russian too, whew, man, oh man, that rabbit hole. It's not only a rabbit hole.
Oh no, I'll show them to you if you want. I mean, there's not a child thing in any one of them.
Okay, but what I'm basically saying is,
and they all say 18 plus or 21 plus.
Okay. Well, what I'm basically saying though is that when it comes to that type of stuff, I think there has been groups with bad apples in it that have posted some of that stuff. Maybe they've been kicked or not. But if I were to ask you, has anybody ever sent these younger pictures or videos? Of course they have.
More than likely, there's been something that's popped up
on one of these groups.
Maybe. Like I said, scroll through it usually. I can't recall any of them.
Mm-hmm.
Again, not stupid. More than likely somebody else. Whether or not they've been booed or kicked or whatever.
That's not your decision.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not the administrator or whatever.
Right. That'd be a different story. So let me just kind of ask you this directly so we can kind of get a backstory here of how this rabbit hole could have been. Because I'm just going to let you know, seeing something doesn't make it culpable. If you watch a house fire happen, that doesn't mean you're... We also have the video of 9/11, right? Of planes. So we've all seen that video. It's not pleasant to us, right? But we saw what happened in it. And what I kind of want to find is the producers.
All right. So if I see anything, you want me to let you know?
Yes, but I also want to talk about kind of what's been posted and what it has been seen, because you're not talking about being, you're not talking about this Telegram stuff without somebody posting it at least once. So I'm, you know, I don't doubt that you're looking for groups that are 18 plus. I understand that, but I also know that when your toes are dipped into this type of water, there's always going to be sharks around doing some shit, okay? So when do you think the first time somebody posted something like that was?
I don't know. And we've been out here for a while.
Yeah.
I really need to get home.
Okay.
I ordered food for my girlfriend. I need to, you know.
Yeah, well, Kenneth, this is an important conversation to have, man, because, you know, I want assurance that you're not part of any of that, but, you know, Kenneth, I'm trying to reason with you, man. I'm giving you a chance to actually separate yourself from the people doing this stuff, okay?
I understand. Thank you.
Okay.
I don't know what else to tell you.
Okay.
If I get sent anything, give me your email, I'll send it to you.
Okay. Well, Kenneth, what are some times where someone has posted something like that?
I don't know. I
Okay.
can't recall any.
Okay.
That's God's honest truth.
Okay.
I can't recall it.
You want to show me those groups right now?
French dogs.
No problem.
+21. I mean, it's all above 21. 18 plus.
I see that. You see that's fire group. Scroll up.
It's all 18 plus.
Okay. Can I see kick?
No.
Okay. So I think that's where it's going down. Okay. I'm asking about kick, but I know kick is almost never 18 plus. Okay.
No. So it is.
Okay. So.
But.
Okay. So when you were scrolling, Kenneth, on the Telegram stuff, obviously I didn't see any mega links. Okay. That had to be posted somewhere. Okay. So.
I don't have any mega links.
Okay. Right. I understand. I'm not saying that you saved them. I'm not saying that they're yours. All right. But basically, what we can kind of measure is we can see when stuff is sent to your phone. All right. It doesn't mean you saved it. It just means sent. We can see what goes in and goes out. All right. We see a lot more stuff that goes in than goes out. I thought it was on Telegram. I didn't know you had a Kick account, but it has to be on Kick then. Okay. So I'm just asking, Kenneth, I care more about who's the head of the groups and where these photos are coming from more than that they're being seen. I don't give a about that, Kenneth. I could go up to every single person in that bar and ask them about they watch. You could ask me about I watch, okay? That's what I don't give a about. All right, but we kind of have to figure out how did the Kick thing start? Like, because I really do want to help you get out of this, okay? Because we all know Kick's the issue. I was being led like a blind dog to Telegram when I see Telegrams obviously all 18 plus, okay? So, who kind of introduced you to Kick?
Again, found it through Whisper.
Okay. Is there some stuff on Kick that you regret seeing?
In the past, there has been stuff.
Okay.
But that's not... Also, I don't talk to anybody out there, really.
So, what I'm curious about, dude, and again, like, don't think I'm judging you because you're not the one taking the photos. I can't stress that enough to you. On Kick, was this young stuff being sent in group setting, or was it sent like individually, or?
No, I don't talk to anybody. There has been stuff on Kick.
Okay.
That I saw.
Okay.
But it's not anything that I subscribe to.
Right.
And generally it gets taken down.
Okay. But I'm asking, were these like in groups or individuals or both or groups? Okay. So basically what I thought Telegram was, but it was on Kick.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. How recently did you get you in one of these?
No, I haven't seen it in a long time.
Okay.
But it does pop up on certain things that I look at every once in a while. And then generally, administrator or whatever takes it. They're like, no, you're booted.
Okay. So I'm just going to try to reiterate this. You tell me if I'm wrong or right. So Kick has groups where it's groups, generally for 18 plus, but there's bad apples that post the young stuff in there.
And usually they get booted right away.
Okay, fair enough. Have there been groups on Kick? And just be honest with me, because there's no reason to lie, because we can. I mean, you have an Android phone. We can just easily go back and just look at every single thing. Okay. Were there groups on Kick where it was just solely that type of stuff that they added you to? Okay. Were there groups on Kick where it was a combo of stuff, where they just posted anything and everything?
I don't think so.
Okay. So there's been bad apples though.
Yeah.
Okay. What languages are the bad apples typically speaking on Kick?
No, English.
English?
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. What are they kind of discussing?
Well, it's usually just, hey, look at I'm today. Oh, here's a picture. Oh, no, blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. Were those bad apples posting videos, pictures, or both?
Could be both, yeah.
Both. Okay.
Generally, it's pictures, videos.
Yeah, or movies. No. Were the videos always like in nature?
No. Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
generally.
Yeah. But I mean, like, were the videos like, were these like boys, girls, or both?
Oh, I mean, some jackass would like throw his up there or something like that, or I mean, but
okay. I'm talking about the ones of people under 18. Like, were those videos boys, girls, both, or?
Yeah, I guess, yeah. I've seen, unfortunately, both.
So they got some little.
Yeah.
Okay, so now what I want to do is I kind of want to try to, because there's a few videos that we know of that may or may not have been sent to you, not you, but as in groups that you might have been in. I kind of want to try to backtrack them, okay? Because if we can kind of describe them, maybe we can match that to what we already have and kind of corroborate, you know what I mean? Because again, I would bet my whole life savings you're not behind the camera on any of them, okay? So rest assured, please. Were the video, how young, or like what were the age ranges of these videos?
I've seen some pretty ones.
Okay. Do you want to say it, or should I just ask?
No, I don't even want to have this conversation.
I know it's hard to talk about, but you're actually helping saving kids by doing this. I hope you understand that. So, did it go as young as like infants, toddlers?
Yeah, I mean, I guess close enough. Yeah.
Okay. Like crawling ages.
I wouldn't say crawling ages, but it would be close enough to it, I suppose. Like,
okay.
Yeah.
Like kindergarten, first grade.
Maybe, yeah.
Okay.
Like that.
Okay. And look, what I'm going to ask you is tough, but again, remembering and watching doesn't make you culpable. It's the people in the videos that I want to go after here, okay? What's kind of happening to these first graders in the videos?
Generally not something that I look at. So, like,
I understand, but
I see something that young and I'm like, I'm not looking at that.
Okay.
But, I mean, yeah, you can see a male or female or something. And yeah, I'm like, okay, that's not
okay. What race would typically be posted? Or, like, was it all races? Like, is there anyone that popped up?
I'm not paying that much attention to it, so no.
Okay. Well, like, we can definitely see, obviously we can see what comes in, and we can see stuff is clicked on. What's clicked on? Obviously, if you click on a picture of a pair of 25-year-old Latina, that doesn't get dinged, but it gets dinged when we think it's younger stuff, okay? So, I'm not naive that some of these videos were watched, because we've all watched train wrecks, we've all seen horror movies. I don't look at a horror movie and think, oh my God, but we watch it because it's like, what the f?
Well, and then sometimes you're like, I don't know what that is, and you click on it, and you're like, that's definitely not what I wanted for a continue watching. So
right. So
5 seconds of it, you're like, or less than 5 seconds, done. No.
Right.
So if it's been clicked on, it doesn't necessarily mean I'm sitting there watching it.
For sure. But I guess, were there any videos of like what would be like elementary school kids with adults that these were posting?
I would say more than likely, yeah.
Okay. What about just solo ones where the kid is probably just...
To be honest with you, if I just see it, I'm really not just clicking on it. So.
Okay. Well, what about...
Especially that young.
Yes, I understand. But anywhere like the...
That sounded weird. Like, oh, if it was a big dick.
Yeah. If it was a B, if it was a B,
yeah, okay, I'll click on that.
Right.
That's not really my cup of tea at all. But.
Okay. But any videos of like little girls just solo videos like that, or was it all just videos with the little girls and adults?
I guess. Yeah, I guess it's probably both.
Both. Okay.
I mean, again, it's not what I'm searching out, so it's not what I'm sit there for hours.
Okay. I'm just going to ask you this: Are there any times that on Kick that you've regretted your own activity on there? Not somebody sent something and you saw it for a second. Are there any times where do you think you've overindulged and were like, I should not have done this?
Yeah, every day, just like everybody does when they have a girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, every time you do it.
Right.
I shouldn't be doing this.
Right. But were there any times where you felt like a sense of like, were there any times that some of the younger stuff was viewed, that was the under 18 stuff, and you watch it and you're like, I shouldn't have done that?
Well, yeah, every time you click on it, every time you see it. Yeah.
Okay.
Of course.
Okay. Is this stuff that you were curious about and watched for a certain time? No. Okay. Well, I'm going to lightly counter you on that because you wouldn't be calling yourself a here talking about.
Okay.
So I also do want to ask too, because the mega links, did you see that on Kick or Instagram, or Kick on Telegram?
I don't.
Okay, that's fine. I don't want to ask you about the mega links, but I'm trying to find. God, I'm going to ask if you can identify this video for me. So there's a video that we know has been flowing around on Kick that looks about to be a 9-year-old girl. She's brown skinned. We're trying to find out if it's Indian, Hispanic, you know what I mean, just that type of. And she's giving what looks to be to an adult male. Is that something that you've seen maybe posted, something like that extent?
No. No.
Okay. So the videos with. Okay, I'm just trying to figure out how to phrase this. What do you think is the most common age that bad apples are posting, just by eyeballing? Like, what's their cup of tea that they're throwing in there? Like, what age group you think?
Borderline. Like, could be 18.
Sure. Okay, so that's their MO.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that would be what I would have looked at the most.
Okay.
When I see something, yeah.
Okay.
Then no. So if it's borderline, I'm like, oh, that might be interesting. Okay, no, that's not it.
Yeah. So how often do they post? Like, 'cause you mentioned I saw some really young stuff that really was up. How often do one of the bad apples post something like that in there?
I wouldn't know. I mean, it's not like I get on there every day or anything either.
Right.
So,
at least in your experience, how often is that stuff popping up?
Rarely.
Rarely. Like, what would be an occurrence? Like, how many times a month do you think? A couple times a month that happens.
And then, I mean, maybe like when you're scrolling through, reading through what people say, they're like, oh, I'm glad you got rid of him. So there's something I missed that got taken off. I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool.
Okay. I see. Any times you've seen the pizza emoji being talked about or discussed? Like, people are like, you got pizza? Okay. Well, I mentioned we got to talk about the cheese pizza, and you were like, I'm like, do you know what I mean? And you said yes.
Oh, I just assumed you meant like the thing that was put out in front of us right now. Like, I was just assuming you meant that.
Okay.
No clue what pizza slice means.
Okay. Have you ever saw like the hashtag like PYT or anything like that?
Pretty young and tempting.
Yeah.
I mean, that goes back to like old school rap.
Okay. Have you seen that like on these kick groups or anything?
No.
Okay. Got it. Okay. So I do want to ask, like, when the Bad Apples post something that looks like, you know, that kindergarten, first grade range, with the girls, like, what typically is going on in those videos?
I don't know. I mean, again, there's some sort of act going on or something, or maybe they're standing there, or maybe they're prancing. I don't know. It doesn't last that long.
Okay.
Move on to something else.
Okay. And what about pictures that they post? Like, what are the pictures typically like of that stuff?
Same thing. Just somebody standing there.
Okay. So just a little kid standing there.
Yeah, might be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Might be.
Or not.
Or not.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you seen both and non that stuff posted?
I mean, it happens. Yeah. Like I said, but generally it gets taken down.
Okay.
It's not.
Yeah, of course. Who takes down, the admins or the Kick app itself?
Actually, I wouldn't know. I mean, I hear admins saying it all, like, a lot. Kick it probably does.
Mm-hmm. God. Does that more have fried pickles, by the way?
They used to. I do believe they do.
Okay.
It's not one of my go-tos.
Yeah, no, I love fried pickles. It's pretty good. So what got introduced to you first, Kick or Telegram? Kick. Okay. What app would you say has been more rabbit hole-y with this type of subject matter?
Whisper.
Even more than Kick?
Yeah.
Okay. So have people kind of...
Because Whisper is more of a conversationalist thing, which is what that's what gets me.
Mm-hmm.
It's the talking, and then me thinking at the end, like, this is probably a fat dude. This is probably you sitting on the other end. Like,
oh, so you said fat dude than me? That's kind of redundant.
Okay, I apologize.
No, I don't give a I mean,
fat.
yeah, I mean, both of us, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like it's a fantasy thing that I can push off to the side. That doesn't really mean anything to me, as opposed to like somebody being hurt, something bad. You know, it's not.
Yeah, it's an outlet without.
It's a disassociative situation.
Right.
When you're texting and talking and you don't believe it's really.
So I want to ask about this. Has anybody on Kick hit you up individually, like asking you to like trade or anything?
Well, I have a no hit me. Like you can't just hit me.
Okay. So.
Well, I mean you can, but I just ignore it all the time.
Okay. So that no, I mean that's fine. But has anybody just asked you like trade or anything like that on Kick?
Well, I mean it happens a lot in certain groups, whatever, like trade, talk, whatever. I mean I don't ever.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not for anything.
Oh, okay. So people put out like group inquiries, like trade, talk.
Yeah.
Okay. Are the people putting out trade? Are they like females or males or?
You never know.
Okay.
I mean, there's 75% of them are probably bots.
Right. On Kick, what are like the languages being spoken besides English? Like any that you've seen?
It's all English. Any groups or anything that I would be in. It's very obvious that some of them English is not their first language, just according to how they type things or whatever. Yeah, stupid things like that.
Sure. Well,
and that's obviously somebody that I'm not going to talk to anyway. So.
Has anybody just DM'd you anyway, asking to trade? Like just without you even hitting them up? Or?
Again, yeah, I'm assuming so, but that goes automatically to I don't answer you.
Okay.
Like, I have I don't get DMs thing.
Okay. So you just put it in the trash or something like that? Okay, got it. Have there been any groups on Kick where, like, to be a member of the group, you have to put in yourself?
Like, put a picture in or something like that? Yeah, and I don't stay in those groups because I don't put in a picture.
Okay.
So they're like, yep, you've been banned. You didn't put in anything.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, those I don't know what goes on in those because I don't put in a picture.
Okay. Are these groups like local Huntsville groups, or are they like?
You just type in girls with thigh highs or something like that. And okay, this is a group, and it's I'll click on it, and then it says you have to do something, and all right, I get booted, so I'm not in that group.
Okay, Kenneth. I'm like, I understand. We're kind of scratching the surface here. I really think that
Scratching the surface.
Yeah.
Should be near the finish line.
No, I know, but Kenneth, there's no groups of over 18 have to post a picture, because you can just anybody can just find some online and just post. That takes 2 seconds. Okay, so the only groups where basically you have to post a picture are groups where they are posting the younger stuff. Okay, and I asked about if it's local groups, which obviously I don't think there's a Huntsville pizza group, but
Pizza.
cheese pizza. Cheese.
Oh, cheese pizza.
Yeah.
Over my head, dude. Seriously.
Okay, college graduate, but
No, well, 100% did not get that. Sorry.
got it. No, you're good, man. But those groups don't exist where you're like, oh, send your best stuff. Oh, that doesn't exist. Okay.
I wouldn't know, because I said send something, and I don't. So,
Okay. But, Kenneth, I know that those groups, they're posting that younger stuff in there, okay? And I'd rather just figure out what those group names are and kind of who's the admins of them, rather than just try to question you on what's going on in those groups, because we both know.
Go in and search.
Okay. What have you searched to find groups like that?
Whatever. And then you go in, and then they ask you to post 3 things before you're allowed to enter. Okay. I don't have 3 things to post, so I'm not going to.
Okay. Did they specify what the things are?
No.
Post 3 things before you're allowed to enter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or before you can stay.
Before you can stay. Okay.
You entered, obviously.
Okay. So, Kenneth, just be completely honest with me, okay? Like, I'm really trying to work through with you on this. How many groups on Kick did they either add you to, or that you just stumbled across, that it was just pretty much meant for the younger stuff?
I don't know.
Give me your best guess.
I have no clue.
Give me your best guess.
I don't really know. That's not what I was searching for.
I understand. So you even just stumbled across, you find yourself in a group where they're only posting that type of stuff.
There's no groups that do that.
Okay. Are there any groups that you noticed where they posted like a bigger portion of the younger stuff than other groups? Like where there's more bad apples than usual? No.
I'll be honest with you. I generally get kicked out of groups very quickly because I don't really talk in them much.
Yeah.
I don't really do a whole lot in them. So they go through and they're like, people that are lurking, or people that are not responding, or people that are not adding,
Sure.
get booted. So I'm in there and I look at stuff for a little while, and then I come back, a week later,
Okay.
and I'm booted out.
Okay, I understand. Okay. Is there anything on Kick, like any groups that you're in right now that you probably need to leave right now, that you think, like basically if I were to go into your Kick account and preserve it, and you see all activity in there currently right now, do you think there's any that we probably have to get out of to kind of separate yourself? I mean, I think I know the answer to that, and I can find that out.
I'm probably sure Girls with Braces is about.
Girls with Braces?
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably about.
Oh, grandmas. Oh, that would be girls with back braces.
Right.
Okay. So I'm gonna give you a sign of good faith here, Kenneth. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw these away.
Not that you can't reprint them anytime.
Well, I know it's symbolic. Symbolic.
Yes, I appreciate
But
symbology.
Yeah. Okay. But okay, girls with braces on Kick. Okay.
That tends to be a borderline situation. Yes.
Okay.
Generally, also mostly non.
Okay. But have there been bad apples in the girls with braces group?
Yeah.
Okay. So, were you that bad apple at any point?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's other people posting it?
Yes.
Okay. What's the kind of the age range you've seen posted in that group, the girls with braces?
Like I said, generally it's borderline.
Okay. I get generally, but like, how young has it gone in that group? So we don't dig borderline.
It might be like 14, 15.
Okay.
Again, mostly it's not.
Okay.
Because they don't get dinged.
Right. Right. Yeah, we don't dig those either. I wouldn't know. Okay. So are they posting some 14, 15-year-olds in there sometimes?
There probably has been.
Okay. How often do you think?
I honestly don't recall. Like, it's more.
So if there's, let's say, if there's 10 photos of 15-year-olds, 14-year-olds, how many of those would be?
0.5.
Okay. So you think maybe 1 out of every 20 posted is like a photo of a 14-year-old?
Something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, rough guess. Okay.
Okay. But it's for sure a semi-occurring thing.
Semi-occurring, yeah. I mean, 1 out of 20 might be high. You know,
Okay.
Okay.
But it's happened before.
Yeah,
it's happened
it's
before.
happened.
Okay. Okay. So when
And then, like I said, a lot of times when that happens, then like 5 minutes later, you'll see item not available.
Sure.
Because somebody has flagged it or said whatever and it gets taken down.
Okay. So are there any so when you talk about those videos of like first grader, second graders, were those in that braces group or were they somewhere else? Or?
No, that had just been like through some random, and people were like, "Oh, I'm gonna throw this on there," thinking that people were gonna be into it or something like that. And then usually people are like,
Okay.
and then it gets pulled or they get booted. Blah blah blah.
Do you happen to know the names of people who posted that?
Not at all. I don't pay attention to those things. It's a group that I get in, and I don't even really talk to anybody or anything. It's just a look.
Okay.
Which is completely opposite from Whisper, but I don't look at those names either. I'm just chatting with somebody.
Okay. Well, I can kind of we can kind of maybe back. When's the last time you think somebody posted something that was like, you know, because I get like 14, 15. I get technically that's like a kid. I understand, but like, you know, there's kids by definition. Then there's kids, right? When's the last time somebody posted like an actual video of like a kid and some act?
I don't recall because it's not my cup of tea.
I understand.
I mean, I couldn't say it for the longest time.
Okay. When's your best guess at the last time it could have been posted, or?
Months and months.
Okay.
And again, I don't even get on all the time, so it's not like every day I'm like checking for this or anything.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Okay. So sometime in 2023, some bozo posted something like that?
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. Got it. Who introduced you to the Girls with Braces group?
I Googled it. Or not I Googled it, I searched it.
Okay. So you searched Girls with Braces?
No, I searched something similar, like high school or something.
Okay.
And that was something that I was like, oh, that's cute. Let me look at that.
Got it. Got it. Well, is there anything saved on your phone that we need to get rid of, like image-wise? No. It would all be sitting on Kik, you think? Okay. How's it going, sir?
Not too bad.
Basically, we're just having a conversation here with Kenneth. Basically, you said some regrettable things to a 13-year-old girl. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay. And you've been in Kik groups that they've been posting of people under 18. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And you're currently in some groups that could have that stuff?
That did through previous times, etc.
Okay. But you're in a group Kik. You're in a Kik group called Girls with Braces, where they posted of 14-year-olds. Is that what you just told me? Yes or no?
That it had happened previously.
Okay.
Put your hands on top of your head. Why don't we go pocket?
Sorry?
You might well lower pockets.
How's it going? Do we know each other?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. That's
Hey, Sarge.
that's your-
I'm holding that here.
Oh, I'm so sorry. That's a razor.
Don't get a good angle.
Yeah, here. That
All right. Where's Pablo?
up there.
Oh, he's already cuffing him.
Please open it. That was it.
Wait a minute. I can send them all digitally, but is it Shavers or Gilmore?
I'm not sure. They're all called right now. Okay.
His name is Kenneth. Yeah.
Female family?
Yeah. He lives in Yes, ma'am. Flashed him up, and then he said, on Kick that he's viewed Tal since he was old. He said he's currently in a group with, well, they're posting like teens or he said he's seen both, but I think it's more than girls. Like, I think
But I think that was more of like he just happened to be there when it was posted. I think he's into girls of any age.
I got you.
Yeah.
How long has it been going on with you talking to him?
Well, we actually RG didn't actually decoy this. This was handed to us by another team.
Okay.
So I'd have to get all that info for you.
Okay, approximately.
A month.
A month or so?
Yeah.
What is Kick? Is it just a phone app?
KIK Kick it's like a group messaging app.
Okay.
So or like
Kind of.
yeah, similar.
It's different encryption. You haven't had his username on Kick?
No, I didn't even know he had a Kick till tonight.
Okay.
Is that probably going to be on his phone?
It will be on his phone. Yeah. You'll have his phone.
It's in the car.
Okay.
I've got it. Yeah, it's in my car in the front seat. He ain't got access to it.
Yeah, in that case, Kick is on his phone.
Huh?
What car did he drive?
He drove. Oh yeah, this car right here.
That's dangerous. Do you have a laptop in there?
I'll check.
Yeah, he was stingy about what he would admit to, but if he said that, there's 10 times more than what he said.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
sure.
definitely. I'll drive you back.
Appreciate it.
No laptop.
I appreciate it. So Dusty will be here a little bit. They'll do a little spot. You know the drill.
Yep.
Spot thing, and we'll see where we go from there.
For sure.
Yeah.
I'll let you know in March, dog. Yes. Oh, let me shout out to Ashley Murray and Ashley Heath. Ashley Murray gave 15, Ashley Heath gave 40 on Cash App. Wow. And then Ashley in Austin drove us to the airport to get
Yeah. Yes. All right, what's up, guys? If you guys want to support what we do and support getting people like this locked up, then join up on our locals. If you're on Rumble, press that red join button, or if you're on YouTube, press that, or go to the link down below, that support link. It really helps us out. We do travel the most and catch the sickest. 70 videos early and uncensored. You're supporting the team that goes anywhere in the country, except for Alaska, which we're going to do real soon. We have arrested 44 states, convictions at 37, so be a part of the reason that can keep happening. Let's get to 45 and 38, so join that. Join locals, pin comment, or press that red join button. Thanks.
If you want to support the predator poachers catching the sickest both near and far, go to the pinned comment. If you're on Rumble, press the red join button to see over 30 videos early and uncensored for only $8 a month. We can't do this without your help, so join our locals.